Hi friends, I'm here with a fun new video today. Last week I posted a 10-year style evolution video and this made me come up with an idea. I picked out 3 items that I used to wear a lot back in the day, like years and years ago, and I'm going to try and style them in a way that I would wear them now. And I also saved a 4th look, which is gonna be a really fun surprise for the end, but I'm not gonna spoiler it, so you will have to keep on watching if you want to find out what it is. So for the items I picked, I wanted to go for a top, a bottom and a dress. It was kind of difficult to find everything. I did actually sell and give away a lot of the things I used to wear and I'm not really wearing anymore. So I only have a few of my favorite pieces from back then. I can already tell it's gonna be a challenge. So the first and probably easiest item we are going to style is this alien print skirt. Back in the 2016 Tumblr girl era, there was this hype with alien print and I'm really into everything with aliens. I was back then even more. I wanted everything with that print, but I didn't have access to any of the cool shops, so I just DIY'd this actually. It was a plain black skirt and I just painted the aliens on. Which it took such a long time. It was inspired by a skirt, I think from Dollskill. Just really quick before we start the other 2 items, I got this jacket as a top. It's one of those hoodie things with ears. It's gonna be a challenge because I don't like red at all. I would never wear red. And the other one is gonna be this dress, and this is gonna be, I think, the biggest challenge. We're gonna save this for last, or well, almost last, because it has all the elements I'm trying to really avoid in my style today. So we are going to start with this one. I kind of want it to be casual, not like a party look. So let's see how that goes. So it is quite a bit too big on me now, but we can fix that later with a belt or something. And I just ran through my closet to find some things that would match and have some green or similar theme. And I found the shirt that I would wear a lot with this. It's actually this one. It is too much color and print and things going on and too many aliens. I don't want to do a full alien look again. The other 2 options are this, because it's also green, or this cute alien cat themed shirt from Band. I'm not sure, I'm just gonna try it on and see. Okay, so this is the top. And the skirt is really way too big. It doesn't stay in place. I'm not sure if I like this, to be honest. I mean, it's a look, it's something that I think I would wear, but it doesn't match the way I want to. So this is the one with the little alien cats on them. I'm wondering if a plain shirt would have been better, but I kind of like the alien theme, which is a little bit more subtle than the massive head on the other shirt. We need tights and sleeves and some jewelry, so I think I want to try sleeves. This is just mesh, kind of like the shirt, and this is like a fishnet thingy. Okay, so this is cute. I do kind of like it, but I still want to see what the fishnet one looks like. Let's try the other one. So I was about to try on this and I realized that I also kind of like it just the way it is now, with a basic top and the sleeves. I think it's a really cool look, but we're gonna try off the shirt. I actually like both versions, with and without the shirt. I can totally see myself wearing this, like either of those. But I think I'm gonna go with the more plain version and rather will try to accessorize it in a cool way. I think the classic fishnets and overknee socks combo would be really cool with that, so this is what I'm going to try. Look at this! This is so cute. Absolutely love it. It is a little bit basic still. I think a cool choker would do a lot for this look, but I don't think it actually needs much more. I think it's very cute, very casual, definitely something I would wear. Very, very cute. Let's pick up a cool choker and then I guess we're done. So I have a few pretty simple but cool ones. Okay, so this one is the first. Really like it, but let's try something cooler. How about this one? Let's try the last one. I mean, it's cute and simple. It would definitely work, but I think I prefer the first one. Okay, so I was thinking I had a lot of alien stuff back then. How about I would just pair it with the earrings? Just the earrings, no more alien stuff. I prefer my looks to have, let's say, more of a statement piece that's the center of attention, which in this case is the skirt, and I prefer to keep the rest of it a little bit more simple, like still cool, still accessorized, still styled. I would also rather over accessorize than under accessorize, obviously, but I do want my one statement piece stay the center of attention. This is it. This is the earrings. And oh my god, I am in love with this outfit. Some cool boots with this and absolutely perfect. So let's move on to the next item, shall we? Okay, so the next item is this jacket. The biggest challenge with this is going to be the color and the pattern, because I really don't like red. I don't wear red anymore. Back in my VK/emo phase, I guess, this was super popular. This or like a similar print. A lot of black, red and white. Let's see what we can do with this. It has the cute ears. Definitely used to be one of my favorite items for everyday wear. And it's not as bad as I thought it would be. As bad as in as far for my style as I thought it was gonna be. I went through my closet and picked out a few skirts, and I think the ones that would match the best with this would be either this one, because it is already black and white, it has a skull, and it also has those rivet thingies, what are they called, eyelets or something. And the other one to match would be this one. Also one of my favorite skirts now. Okay, wait, but this is cute actually. I didn't think it was gonna be that easy, honestly. I don't think, like, the red is bothering me way less than I thought it would. So let's try the other skirt. Okay, so I'm 100% sure that I did wear it in this combination in the past. I mean, I do like it, but I can't really decide on a skirt right now. I think I need to find a top first. So I picked up a few. I was wondering if I can add a little bit more pattern or if it will be too much for me. So let's see. Yeah, no, it's definitely too much going on. The other two tops, one of them is this one. It already has sleeves. It does have some of these like eyelets going on, so I feel like this actually could be really cool with the jacket. And the other one is a black top. It has print with spider webs, which is also over here. It's usually something I try to avoid because it reminds me too much of Halloween costumes. I mean, it is a look. Really cute. I just feel like with the jacket there is too much going on like around here. Also, all of this is kind of covered. Let's try the other one. I want to see what it looks like. Oh, I like this. I like this far more than I thought I would. The only thing, this right here, like, is a weird length. And like kind of halfway covering the skull. So I wonder actually if it's gonna be better with the other skirt. Okay. Wait. This is actually really cute. I would actually wear this. I'm surprised. I'm far less afraid now to style the dress and for the last look than I was in the beginning. Maybe I could do a whole nother video someday and pick some pieces that I have not worn in a long time and try to style them, because this is actually fun and I like the looks, the two looks we did so far. I have a headband with eyelets. Maybe this will match the look. This is it. Just like a random cheap one I found online. Ooh, yes, it is perfect. Now for the tights, I think I want to change them into something that matches like the whole ripped destroyed kind of pattern I have going on my sleeves. So let's just do the ties really quick and I guess we're done. Guys, I think I did something. I did end up layering the same ripped pair of tights, red and the black, and I think it picks up the red, and it's not too much for me actually because of the overknee socks and the skirt, and it's just like peeking through right here, which I think is really cool. Honestly, it's a look I would wear, which is very surprising considering the color combination. So yeah, I guess that is it. That is the look. This means it's time to move on to the dress, to the last item before a surprise look. Time for the dress. And the reason why I said earlier that it basically has everything I'm trying to avoid is simply because the overall design, it's like very princessy, makes me look like a cupcake or like some sort of Victorian doll, which I don't like. It has way too much going on here with the frills, way too, like the material, like the design makes it look really heavy and very like kind of modest, and like everything is closed up to your neck. It's like things I don't like. I don't know if you can tell, but the length is super weird. It's giving grandma, I don't know. I prefer my dresses to be basically the length of this skirt. Anywhere from barely covering my butt to above my knee. Puffy sleeves are a personal pet peeve of mine. I hate puffy sleeves. I just altered two, I think, of my dresses with puffy sleeves. I don't know what it is about them. It just looks so bad. And overall, this was one of my favorite dresses. It is by itself a stunning dress. Kind of sad that I don't wear it anymore. But maybe if it's styled right, I can do something with it. And I think we are going to move into a bit of a fantasy witchy direction with this, because it's the only thing I see myself making out of this. I'm really not into the Victorian vampire style anymore. It is like total polar opposite of who I am. Let's put this on and then see what my mind comes up with. Okay, so I just spent like a good 10 minutes looking in the mirror and trying to like this dress the same way I used to, and it is stunning. Like, it's a beautiful dress, but it's so not my aesthetic anymore. It is so like elegant and modest and nice, and I wish I would still feel the same joy from wearing this as back when I first got it. But I'm not gonna give up on the mission. I'm not going to give up hope. So I think for the first thing we need to do to make this more fantasy and a little bit more like me is to take some weight off. I need something like light and flowy, and I was thinking maybe like some wide sleeves. Maybe I can even wear like a skirt under or over this that is some sort of mesh and lightweight and flowy, and maybe it will take off some of the weight that I feel by looking at this. Okay, starting with the tops. I had a bunch of tops in mind. I was thinking maybe this because the floral pattern reminds me of elves and fantasy. I feel like the velvet texture just makes it feel, again, really heavy, really elegant. It's going into the wrong direction of fantasy is what I'm saying. It is not doing as much as I hoped it would, but I think it's as good as it gets for sleeves. I'm not sure if it is making it worse, as in going more into the direction I don't want it to go. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be putting on some elf ears to pick up on the fantasy theme a little bit better. Maybe that will help. Alright, it's a little bit better now. Now for the skirts, I tried to find the most, like the thinnest, most lightweight mesh skirt I have, which is this one. And while it does have some metal pieces, you will not be able to see them under the skirt. So this is one I want to try. And also, I was curious if maybe something that has fantasy-ish pattern would look nice. I mean, it's not bad actually. It is kind of cute with the moons sticking out at the bottom. This is the other skirt and it matches the sleeves. And at least it's bringing like a tiny bit of lightness to this look. Okay, so I grabbed a few different belts and things, and I'm going to look for a headpiece later, something like a crown or anything that looks very fantasy and as little goth as possible. So this was the first. Yeah, it's actually not bad. I'm surprised. It's going more into a fantasy moon witch direction currently, which I like. Let's try the next one. While it is also pretty cute, I feel like I preferred the first one because this with like the big moon, it feels really heavy. And the other one felt a little lighter. Let's try something entirely different. Something like this. I mean, this is a really cool belt, but I feel like it's not really on theme. This one on the other hand, I prefer this one. It is more fantasy-ish, I guess. And we'll see what it looks like with the corset. Yes, definitely getting there. I also like that it's adding weight to this section here, so it's not as poofy. And I look less like a cupcake now, and it's getting more fantasy. I think next step is to go hunt for a headpiece. And I hope it will tie this whole thing together and make it look even more fantasy. Here's the first one. I was going for like that warrior elf queen look. I think overall it's a good look. I just really prefer with these small crowns if I have my hair strands out in front, but they are in braids currently, so I can't really do that. But I think it's a look. Well, let's try the other one. Ooh, it's a bit tangled. Oh my god, it's messing up my bangs. Ooh, I like this. Okay, so I do like this. I can totally see myself wearing this to an event or something. I'm just wondering if I could add something like a necklace, maybe of like moons or pentagrams or something that would kind of make it even more fantasy and take the attention away from like the whole ruffle situation and this little thing I have going on here. Let's try out these. I'm actually starting to like this. I mean, I did choose the biggest, most interesting jewelry that would definitely drag the attention away from whatever is going on underneath here. And this. But actually, you know, I was struggling with finding looks to wear to the VGT, but I'm genuinely considering bringing this look. This is really pretty with all the accessories and all of this. I honestly thought I had to admit defeat on this one, on this dress, but I didn't. And this means it is time for a surprise. If you have watched my last video really close, you might have caught my pink face. In case you haven't, I'm going to link it. I was thinking, why not do like a pastel goth kind of look in honor of my pink face? So obviously I'm not going to go full fairy K decor or whatever and just dress up with wigs and with all that, because it's not my style anymore. Back then I did not wear a pastel goth style. It was either full pink, purple, white, light colors, or it was full on goth. So I guess pastel goth is the closest that I can get to this. The only issue with that is that most of the items I used to dress up, I do not own anymore. I sold them all, I gave them away to friends. I think I'm going to go around my room and pick out a few things, and I'm going to show you, and then we'll see what we need and how we are going to combine them, and hopefully, this is going to be a big step out of my usual comfort zone, but hopefully we can create a fun new look that I'm actually going to wear. Okay, so the things I have picked, I think these are enough for now. It is first of all this skirt. It's a mesh skirt with a panty inside, which is more of like a festival thing, or I would actually wear this to training back when I was still active in figure skating. And this was actually made by an ex-classmate of mine in fashion school. Next is this choker from Killstar, which honestly I really like. I just haven't worn it in a while. And last purple thing is these shoes. I don't want to go too overboard with it for the first time, so I think if I can combine these in a cute look that I like, that would be a big achievement for me at least. I guess I'm gonna put these things on and then we are going to see how to continue. Okay, so it is a little bit big on me, but I guess it will be fine, because I was thinking to either under or over this skirt to wear another skirt, maybe over it, so I have some of the pastel color peeking through, and obviously with the panty thing going on here I have to wear something under it, so maybe wearing a skirt under it would be smart actually. I will see. One issue I ran into was definitely the amount of skirts I own that have safety shirts sewn into them, which obviously is not gonna work if I want to wear it over this skirt. Underneath maybe. I picked out a bunch of other skirts. These are I think 4 and we're just going to try one after the other. It is gone. It is basically the exact same length or a tiny bit shorter than most of my skirts. I don't know, not really happy with any of these. I dug deeper and I found this glittery mesh mini skirt I have worn in ages. Ooh, I like this. Ooh, I like this a lot actually. However, the only thing that bothers me with this is the purple is getting lost. It looks like a black and white skirt, at least in real life. I cannot tell that this is purple anymore. So I guess I'm just going for the purple skirt with safety shirts under it. I mean, it's fine with the shorts. I'm also going to put on some tights. We are getting there. This is it with the tights. I think I'm going to grab my big pentagram belt, which is also from Kills and Matches, the choker. It's cute actually. I like it so far. Next is going to be a top. Okay, so I tried to pick up on the pastel witch theme, and one thing that I want to try is this mesh top I was wearing earlier. And I do have this top with the little moon, and I do have a matching mesh top with also a bunch of moons on it. I mean, it is cute, but I feel like it's a little bit too much up here going on. Maybe without the sleeves it will be cuter. Yeah, this is cute. I like it. Now it's like a nice summery look. It's like a little bit fantasy, a little bit goth. I still want to see with the other top though. Well, actually, I really like this. I like the flowy mesh. I like it paired with the shoes. Here you can see at least the bottom half with the shoes. My room is sadly too small, I cannot show you the full outfit. However, I cannot decide whether I like this top more or the other. I think I would absolutely wear both of them. Maybe depending on the weather. I think this is my look. And I think I did pretty well for somebody that does not wear light colors. Okay, so that was it for the video. I had a ton of fun with this, and I'm really surprised how well I could style some of these items that I thought I would have to give up on. Let me know which of these looks was your favorite on me. So if you want to see me maybe style some pieces I have in my closet that I struggle with or have never worn before because I don't know how to style them, let me know, because I'm up for the challenge, honestly. I want to do that. And I definitely learned in this challenge to step out of my comfort zone more and to trust into my ability to style things even though I'm skeptical first, and to give it a chance at least. I hope you had fun and enjoyed this challenge almost as much at least as I did, and it inspires you to pick up some old items and try and wear them again. See you next video, guys. Bye!